Hi, my name is Claire and I am a professional wedding photographer and photo editor. Today I wanted to show you guys how to set up your Sony A7 III in Aperture Priority mode for very easy wedding day shooting. Now there is a different way to go about creating your settings for very easy editing and post-processing, but that'll be a different video. Today I wanted to show you guys how to set up Aperture Priority mode so that you can get really easy, quick candids and the exposure is still great. You can get really quick shots that way, and especially for photojournalistic photographers, setting up your camera in Aperture Priority mode is great. Now, if you are just opening up your Sony A7 III for the first time and want to look at the settings that I use in my camera, I'm going to go ahead and show you that now. One of the first things you want to do when you open up your camera for the first time is create your custom buttons. For myself, I set the custom 1 button to white balance for quick access to that. My custom 2 button is set to focus area. Generally, I always have it on expandable, flexible spot. My custom button 3 is set to minimum shutter speed, and my AEL button is set to eye tracking. Now for easy same-day shooting, Aperture Priority mode is wonderful. For easy exposure metering, set your Aperture Priority mode on the dial, then set the exposure dial to your preferred exposure. Some people do prefer it to be underexposed to retain more highlights, but 0 is a great rule of thumb. Then use your lens to determine the aperture. Then go into your ISO menu and select Auto. After you've selected ISO Auto, set your minimum shutter speed to 1/250th of a second. Now what that means is that your camera will not go slower than 1/250th of a second. That's super important so that you can allow your camera to expose and meter for you while still maintaining crisp, clear, focused images that aren't blurry. To find that minimum shutter speed setting, go to the red camera icon on page 9. Now just a warning, if you set your ISO to anything but auto, you can get super slow shutter speeds because it won't be referring to that minimum shutter speed anymore. If for some reason you decide to change your ISO to 400 for a certain situation, make sure you go back and set your ISO to auto so that you don't have super blurry, very slow shutter speed images. Now, if you want your camera to do the work for you when it comes to white balance, you can go ahead and set your camera to white balance white. To set your camera to auto white balance white, go to the red camera icon on page 12 and select white balance auto white. For easy focusing throughout the day, I do use my AEL button to automatically use eye tracking, which is wonderful. That's one of the main reasons why I switched to Sony. And then during a reception, when there's dancing or a lot of movement, I switch my focusing to zone focusing, which is great for dancing. I hope these settings allow you to have a bit more ease on a wedding day, give you more presence of mind, and so you can serve your clients even better. Next time, I'll be showing you how to set up your camera for easy editing, which is a little bit different, but for now, I'll see you guys soon.